Creating stunning product photography can be a challenge for you, but it can be also fun, fully discovering your capabilities and new opportunities. In today's video I will focus on lipstick. It seems that taking really great photos of a lipstick is very hard because it's a small product and it may seem difficult to find variations in composition. Let me take you through the process and let's have some fun together. Before taking photos, think of the composition. This step describes who you are or what your client wants. I love simple, let's say minimalist compositions while taking photos of a lipstick. I want to enhance the elegance, the beauty of the product itself and create eye-catchy photos. But of course your photos must look somehow professional and creative. You can achieve this and stay still at minimalist composition. Just add one essence. Textures are really great to enhance lipstick product shots. Water, little bubbles created with water, flowers to enhance the elegance and textures itself. You can create texture even using lipstick. Clean the product. It may seem really obvious, but you can easily forget about the next important step. If you don't want to tear your hair out in the post-processing, don't forget to clean the product. You may not notice it on the first glance, but there might be some fingerprints or small dust particles on the surface of the lipstick or even on the packaging. You can save your precious time in post-processing and clean your product first. While cleaning, use gloves to protect product from adding more fingerprints. This kind of black shiny packaging is extremely prone for catching such imperfections. Take some degreasing product and cotton stick to treat the lipstick before taking photos. Preparing scene. Your scene depends on your composition. At this point, you have already decided what kind of background you will use when coming up with the composition itself. However, it is this step when you are looking at the scene itself when you decide what kind of background you will really choose. For lipstick photography, I like to choose simple, one-colored background, preferably black or white. Such a background will not take attention away from the object and will help it to stand out. Best choice is of course photographic background. You can also achieve great results using, for example, this plexiglass. Pure white background will help your product stand out very well. If you are a beginner photographer, I recommend to start taking photos with plain background and then leveling up your composition by adding other props. Elevate the product. Now, when everything is ready, you can start creating stunning photos. As for the technical parameters, I use a higher aperture because I want to have the whole lipstick in focus. Shallow depth of field is creative, but on these types of photos, when you are working with a small product, you just want to have everything in focus. At least most of the time. When it is really necessary, you can use a technique called focus stacking. With this technique, you create a series of photos, each focused on different part of the product and then merge them in post-production. Another way how you can elevate your product is to shoot from slightly below the product to make it look more heroic and imposing. You can achieve this by simply lowering the angle of your camera or even by placing the product on blocks or other items if it's necessary. Now let your composition come alive. I want to show you my results and talk about them. This close-up photo is just incredible. What I like about this photo is that you can see the detail of the lipstick. Water bubbles act on your senses. What is important on this photo is to get a really white background. In post-processing, it's necessary to use the masking tool. Pull white in the background higher and this way you will achieve really white and professional looking background. In this photo I choose to add flowers. White dry flowers perfectly contrast with red lipstick and black packaging. Take some master shot and play with different angles. Also, don't forget about detail shots, which are important because they provide a closer look on the product. As you can see, there is only minimalist composition, only product itself and some flowers, and the result is great. Don't hesitate to experiment with textures. When taking photos of such simple and small product as a lipstick, textures will be very eye-catchy. I try to use this slate tray. The texture is really harsh and I will enhance it also with applying of the red lipstick on the board. Of course, I have used the old one, which I won't use anymore. Here is the result from the next composition. Again, I have used water as the second main element on the photography. On this photo I've used a simple trick with the glass of water. I just put the lipstick into the glass and took the photo. As you can see, this photo is more creative than just a pure product photo, but I wanted to add it to my library. On the last photo I tried to add something more to the composition. I stayed with the minimalist concept, but this time I've used this marble tray. Marble is very elegant and exclusive, just like the product. The composition elevates the product, which is in a heroic pose. Don't forget that whole photoshoot should be fun, be creative and enjoy the process. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.